Hey friends, welcome back to the best casual conversation. Today we're asking a real question. Is the internet making us smarter or just messing with our minds? And with me is Jake, who once searched how to stay off the internet while still being online.
Lately, my brain feels like it's on slow Wi-Fi. Like, I tried to remember my cousin's name and my brain just froze. Loading, please check your mental connection.
I feel that. Sometimes I know how black holes work, but can't remember how to spell definitely. Every time I Google it, I swear I learn nothing.
Right? We have more knowledge than ever, but are we really getting smarter or just becoming expert Googlers who forget everything 5 minutes later?
Exactly. Today, we're breaking it all down, how the internet is changing our memory, focus, and how we think. So stick around. This one's going to be real, funny, and maybe a little too relatable.
All right, let's start with the big one. We live in a time where you can answer any question in seconds. Just type it in, boom, there's your answer.
Totally. Last night, I spent 20 minutes watching a video of an octopus opening a jar. Did I need to know that? No. Did I feel smart while watching? Absolutely.
Exactly. We call it learning, but is it really? Or are we just downloading info temporarily, like a file we forget to save?
Yes. It's like the difference between knowing something and actually understanding it. I might remember a cool fact, but if someone says, explain it, I'm like, hang on, let me find that YouTube video again.
That's the thing. We're surrounded by info, but we rarely go deep. We scroll past so many facts, but how many do we actually think about?
Exactly. And part of it is, we don't need to remember anymore. Why store something in your brain when Google is just one click away?
Right. There's even a name for that, cognitive offloading. We offload memory onto tech, like not memorizing phone numbers anymore.
Yup. I don't even know my own number sometimes. And don't ask me the Wi-Fi password. It lives in the cloud now.
So here's the big question. Is this making us smarter, or is it turning our brain muscles into jelly? Friends, what do you think? Are we getting smarter or forgetting too much? Tell us in the comments.
I think it depends on how we use the internet. If we use it to go deeper and really understand things, it can make us smarter. But if we just read headlines and random facts all day, it's like snacking on junk food. Tastes good, but not really healthy for your brain.
Exactly. There's nothing wrong with watching fun videos or reading quick facts, but if that's all we do, we're not really learning. We're just picking up pieces without putting them together.
Yeah, like we're collecting puzzle pieces, but never actually building the picture.
Love that. So the info is there, but unless we slow down and really think, it doesn't stick.
Right. And that's the challenge. The internet gives us so much knowledge, but it's up to us to actually make it meaningful.
Let's dive into something we've touched on before, our attention spans. It's not just about consuming information, it's about how long we can actually focus on one thing these days.
I know, right? Just yesterday, I clicked on a 5-minute video. When I realized there were no subtitles or music, I thought, nah, that's too long.
Haha, I totally get that. Sometimes I'm reading an article and suddenly my brain says, time to check Instagram for no good reason.
Exactly. It feels like we're conditioned to need constant stimulation. If something doesn't grab our attention in 10 seconds, we just move on.
A new study from Microsoft Corp, a human attention span is 8 seconds, showing the effect of increasingly digitalized lifestyle on the brain. Now our average attention span is shorter than a goldfish's. That's honestly embarrassing.
Isn't it 8 seconds? Yet we still expect to finish books, concentrate at work, or hold meaningful conversations.
Exactly. Think about students. How can they study for an hour when their brains are used to flipping tabs every 30 seconds?
I feel like it's literally rewiring our brains. We're not just distracted, we're developing an addiction to distraction. I reach for my phone whenever I have a moment of quiet.
So true. Silence has become uncomfortable for us, but that's where real thinking happens, connecting ideas and reflecting.
Yup, the internet is great at giving quick answers, but it's terrible at encouraging deep thinking. That's concerning.
That's why I started using timers. I focus on one task for 25 minutes, no phone, no distractions. It's tough, but it really helps.
That's the Pomodoro technique, right?
Exactly. It's perfect for learners too. For example, if you're studying English, you can focus for 25 minutes and then take a 5-minute break. It trains your brain to sustain focus.
Love that. And for our listeners, if you're struggling with focus, don't beat yourself up. The internet is designed to grab our attention, but with little changes, you can regain control.
Well said. Now let's address another hidden consequence of our internet habits, our memory. Or maybe I should say our fading memory.
Let's dive into memory. You know, my brain used to feel like a little notebook where I could jot down everything. Now, it feels more like Google Drive. I save all this information, but forget the password to access it.
Haha, I can totally relate. I used to memorize all my friends' phone numbers, and now I can barely recall my own. I just tap mom or bestie and let my phone do the heavy lifting.
Exactly. And it's interesting because I've noticed that knowing I can just Google something later makes me less likely to remember it in the first place.
Yes, that's what they call the Google effect or digital amnesia. Our brains take it easy because we know the information is stored online, so we don't bother committing it to memory.
That's crazy. We're effectively outsourcing our memory. No wonder I can't even remember what I had for lunch yesterday.
Right? It's like we've become complacent with technology doing all the thinking for us. Maps, reminders, and search engines are super convenient, but it can be pretty risky.
Exactly. Imagine if your phone dies and you need to navigate somewhere. That's panic mode for sure.
Totally. Or when you're in a conversation and can't remember a fact and you have to say, hang on, let me Google that quick.
I genuinely believe that memory is like a muscle. If we don't exercise it, it gets weak. The way we use the internet is pretty much giving our memory a permanent day off.
That's a great analogy. And for anyone trying to learn English or anything, focusing on reviewing and practicing recall is essential.
Absolutely. Don't just watch a vocabulary video, pause it, say the word out loud, and try to use it in a sentence later. That's how you truly make it stick.
Exactly. Memory requires effort, but the payoff is worth it. It's crucial for genuinely learning instead of just browsing through information.
Speaking of browsing, let's shift gears. What about the internet's positive side? Is it all doom and gloom? Or can it actually help us become smarter if we use it wisely?
Okay, we've criticized the internet a bit, but let's be fair, it has its perks. It can genuinely help us become smarter.
For sure. I've learned so many useful skills online that I never caught in school, like fixing my sink or making an incredible omelet, all thanks to YouTube.
Same here. For anyone learning English, there has never been a better time. You don't have to rely on classes or textbooks. You can access podcasts, YouTube, subtitles, language apps. It's all available.
And a lot of this content is free or very affordable. A kid in a remote village can watch the same TED Talk or course as someone in New York or London. That's truly powerful.
Exactly. The internet has democratized education, making it accessible to everyone, not just those who can afford it.
And it caters to different learning styles. Some people prefer reading, others watching videos, and some enjoy listening to podcasts. The internet supports all of that.
And let's not overlook how enjoyable learning can be now. I watched this animated, hilarious series on world history, and I actually remembered the timeline. That would never happen in school.
Right? So it's not the internet that's the problem, it's how we choose to use it. If we're intentional and select quality content, it's like having a personal tutor in your pocket.
Exactly. Here's a tip for our listeners. If you're learning English, make your internet time active. Don't just passively watch. Pause, repeat sentences, and jot down new words.
For sure. And follow creators who make learning engaging and simple. There are countless channels that focus on grammar, pronunciation, and real conversation skills. You just need to look for them.